I'm Adriana Travasos. I'm a junior at West Warwick High School, and welcome to the second episode of Teachers Before Teaching, the podcast designed for teachers to share more about their personal experiences and what their childhoods were like. Today I'm joined by Mr. Gibbins, our special educator here. We're going to start out with, how are you today?
I'm doing awesome. It's the end of the day, so that's always good. We had a day off yesterday, so I kind of came in with a little extra energy, so that was always good.
Yeah. All right.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I just got out of a bunch of tests, so.
How'd we do? We'll see.
I don't know. Not good on the last
To
one.
be determined.
Yeah. So we're going to start out with, where did you grow up?
So I grew up, as you can probably notice from my accent, not around here.
Yeah.
I grew up in Arkansas. I was there, all throughout high school and college, and then after graduating, I actually got an electronic media degree, a communication degree, in Arkansas. And after that, I moved to Nashville for a little while, and had a few knockaround jobs that I didn't really take, that I didn't really enjoy. So I went back to Arkansas, and I began doing my path for teaching at the University of Arkansas for kinesiology. So I wanted to be coach baseball and football and be a PE teacher. I thought that'd be the best path for it. And along the way, I learned that I liked doing the PE part more than I liked the coaching part, mainly because we were a young family. We had our first kid, and the coaching life can be kind of late and take a lot of time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of things to do there. What brought you to Rhode Island?
Well, the lady in that young family she's from North Kingstown, and she went to school in Arkansas, and that's how we met. And after we both graduated, we spent about 15 years remaining in Arkansas, in Fayetteville. And, Arkansas is bigger than Rhode Island. So our family was, even though my family was in Arkansas, they were still about 4 hours away. So we were, like I said, a young family. We wanted to be closer to other family members. And she had been in Arkansas for so long, she kind of missed her home life. So once we found some jobs up here that would make it work, we pulled the trigger.
And just out of curiosity, do you like Arkansas better, or do you like it up here?
A lot of people ask that. I love it up here. She and I, my wife Katie, we dated for a long time, so I got to visit, quite a bit up here. So it wasn't such a culture shock to move, just out of thin air. So I was used to it. There are a lot of things about Arkansas I love, but there's a lot of things that make more sense for us up here. So I hate to give the cop-out answer of loving them both or loving them equally, but I do love both places.
Yeah, it's a given. Let's go. What were some of your best high school experiences?
I was looking at some of these questions that you had, and first of all, I'm going to go ahead and out myself. I have a terrible memory, so I will. But I played all sports growing up. So I always loved just being part of the baseball team, football team, the long nights at track meets. And, the bus rides were always
oh my God.
ridiculously fun. Looking back, not having the responsibility that I thought I had at the time, and just really being in charge of your gas money that's pretty cool. But, playing sports was the largest part of my growing up, so I missed that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a lot of work, though. I mean...
It is. It's a trade-off. If you want to be good at something, you spend all your hours doing it, and because of that, you miss out on a lot of things that, in the moment, are not ideal or might bum you out. Or, somebody was talking to me about how much time I committed to sports and baseball specifically. And I've never been to like a summer camp before. I've
been
to.
either.
Oh, okay.
So,
that makes me feel a little bit more normal.
Either.
Well, I've been to like baseball camps and instructional camps, but I've never been at like the classic go be in a canoe and shoot archery
I've never
summer
done
camps.
any of that.
Well, you should do that.
One time I did, me and my mom left because that was not
That wasn't your vibe?
No, we like our house.
There you go.
I like inside.
I am a bit of an indoorsman myself.
So we're going to go, what made you want to become a teacher? I want to know specifically special needs teacher.
Oh, that's a great question.
'Cause-
So, well, yeah, because first of all, like I said, I wanted to be a coach, and I thought my fastest route was to become a PE teacher. And then along the way, well, I did coach for a year. We won the state championship in baseball and in football that year. I think so I'm 2-0. I'm retired as perfect
2-0.
winning percentage.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's a lot of time. So I was like, I'm just going to focus on the PE side. And I taught PE in Arkansas, middle school PE, for 12,
my God, that
12
was
years.
Crazy.
No, it was awesome. It really was. I mean, like, you have to be a specific kind of weird to make that work. And I
don't
fully
think I
fit
could.
the weirdness. But yeah, so I did that for about 12 years. And then we had our son, Kingston, he is 11 now. And he has autism. Mm-hmm. And, we were preparing for preschool and kindergarten, and a couple, young parents that didn't really know a lot about, autism and things like that. So the more we looked at it and the more experiences we had with schooling with him, and we were very lucky. We had a lot of really great experiences with the people that worked with Kingston, and it just made me want to be a part of that community. I wanted to be able to care for kids the way I hoped that his teachers cared for him, and to be able to be a bit of a kind of a staple for the parents, because a lot of times the parent doesn't really know, because in our situation, I'll speak for us, there could be a 3-ring circus at school today, and when I pick up my son, he won't tell me about it unless I dig and dig and dig and dig. So I wanted to be able to be someone a parent could trust and rely on, and especially with the communication aspect. So that was really it. I wanted to be a better dad to a kid with special needs, and be that for other people who may not have that option.
Now, the people listening might not know this. Mr. White doesn't know this. He actually had my brother for 4 years.
I sure did. Zach.
So
He's a
I
good
have
man.
connections here.
Sure did.
I can say what he said. My mom did need a lot of help with that, with the communication aspect.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a lot of work. I have to deal with it too. It's a lot.
Yeah, the siblings are usually a part of the staff in that process.
Yeah. I'm a staffing member in the house.
Yes, you are.
And in this classroom at this point. I know all of them. Also, I know you're the unified coach.
Right.
So let's get into that. What made you want to do that?
Well, it gave me an opportunity to continue working in sports, which I love, and being able to kind of help uplift some kids that have some special support needs to be able to play basketball and to be able to do things outside of the classroom. There's so many opportunities that, in so many situations where our kids can shine, and I'm talking any kid in this school can shine. And it's not always in the classroom, It's not, in some kids who are shining on the court, maybe they're not doing great in the classroom, or people who shine in the classroom, they don't do so hot on the courts or in the fields. So the idea behind Unified being where it brings together unified friendships of people in general education population and in my students. It's really special to see, and it's very cool. And you know this, you're a part of it, and your brother was a part of it too. It's just a whole different vibe when you go there and you just are allowed to let your guard down, because it's not, we got to win. We got to, obviously you want to win because you want to see your kids achieve and win and have that feeling of winning, but to be able to be in an environment where everybody's cheering for everybody, and just it's a great feeling. So, it's a little selfish on my part to get that, but I don't know. When I saw it was an open thing to do or available to coach, I thought it was kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I agree. I would have taken that spot.
Yeah.
If they had let me, but they wouldn't let me do that. And now my brother's a pro baller. Every day.
He loves
pro
basketball.
baller. I can show you videos, Mr. Wade. Pro baller.
Is he still shooting at home on this?
My God,
he's got an indoor court, yeah.
Every single day. He's hit me with the ball a couple times. Anyway, What are one or more things people may not know about your childhood?
Childhood.
It could be teenage life.
Okay, I was going to say mine are a little older. Mine are late high school and in college.
Fine.
One of the things, I was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates as a shortstop out of high school. And
why didn't you go?
Well, I had an injury that was, I did sign, and I had an injury that was pretty bad, and it ended the old career.
Oh, my God.
But it's for the best. I mean,
could
obviously,
have been cheering you on.
You could. Well, you can still do it. I'll still take cheers. But that's one thing. Like I said, I alluded before how much time my life was dedicated to baseball earlier. But that was where it came of it. And also in college, I did a semester abroad in Australia and New Zealand. It was about 4 months. It was incredible. We went all over the place. Tasmania. I feel like I've seen more of Australia than I have America sometimes. So it was like a 3-month field trip in Australia. It was awesome. So that's a very cool thing.
I wish I went to school in Arkansas.
Well, there are opportunities at all schools around here that do study abroad programs.
I don't think we go abroad in this school.
Well, maybe. Well, I didn't do it in high school. I did it in college.
Oh, college.
Yeah.
I don't know if our colleges do that.
I bet if you find the right one, they can do it.
I don't think they do it for education, at least. All right. Who helped you become the person you are today?
So I feel like a jerk because this is one of the only ones I didn't have an answer for.
Oh, my God.
Well, I was going to put my parents. I thought everybody probably says their parents. So I'm going to go. I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball. I'm just going to put my wife. And the reason why is because I'm still a child basically, and she really helped me kind of go from that lost, unsure guy coming back from Nashville, like not really knowing what to do, and she was the one that kind of helped me filter down my idea of what success would be for me. And with me, that was I wanted to work, with kids, and I wanted to work with sports, and that's where we kind of got down to coaching and kinesiology for teaching PE. And I feel capable in a lot of things, but I'm also my biggest trash talker, basically.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really allow that. So she really forced me to believe in myself. And I went from a guy who did pretty good in high school, and then my first degree, my bachelor's degree in electronic communication, I did horrible in school. And it wasn't because I was a party. I've never been like a party guy, anything like that. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was lazy.
You were confused.
And it didn't make sense. I didn't know how to be I can't really think of the word. Basically, I was just very immature still. I just didn't know how to make it work. But, and then I go into that and I had a 4.0 all through. And so it's just, that's why sometimes when people around here, if I ever talk to high school kids and they're talking about, they don't even know what they want to be, I'm just like, relax. It's very early in your life. It's kind of unfair to have to make a decision at 17, 18 years old. So, I was 28 when I went back to be a teacher, and it took that long for me to figure it out. So, she helped me do that.
Then you have the people who are like, first grade, I know what I want to be. And that was me,
and that was,
by the way.
That was my wife, and I was always so jealous of her. I was like, I can't believe, you know what you want. I was like, I feel like I could do a lot of different things. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into one thing and knock myself out of others. But I think I landed in the right spot, though, because I really love what I do.
All right, let's go. What's your favorite childhood memory? We can do high school, college. Let's just say overall memory. How about that?
Overall memory?
You could say multiple. I know there's a lot up there.
I don't know. It's really just a collection of, it's funny. I just got back from Arkansas. I went down over the weekend to help my parents. They're moving, and they're moving out of state. They're moving to a different state, and being there was just like, I obviously haven't been back to my hometown in 2 years. So just driving around there, seeing the differences was crazy. But, it did just spark a lot of, that's where we would hang out here. Or, this is, there's where the baseball field was. So I don't know. That was really nice to be that. But my mom and I have always been so close. And my dad always worked late for his job because he worked out of town. It would take him forever to get back. But me and my mom used to always go to flea markets and consignment shops. And like we would listen to oldies and I'm high school. I mean, we did it while I was down there this past weekend. But just going around and just like goofing around with my mom, going and looking through a bunch of junk, basically. Like that's so much fun to us, going to like antique markets and stuff. That's a really fun memory that I
just
had a
being
lot
with
with
your
her.
mom.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a good way to put
it
it.
Is. It is.
I feel that. I love being
I'll
with
take
my
that.
mom.
That's a good one.
I love being with my mom. I feel like everyone appreciates being with their mom.
You got a good mom too.
I do.
She's a good one.
She's a good one. Do you have any childhood or high school friends still in your life?
I do, and they're all text-based friendships, basically because of distance. You know?
Yeah.
I have a buddy of mine, Graham Osborne. He was a high school friend of mine, and he visited at the end of the summer. He came up and saw me. So he and I, from high school, that's my closest friend that I still keep in touch with. The others I text a lot, but like he and I will still try to arrange meetups or something like that if we can, or try to go to a concert together or a sporting event. So, but like I said, everything's text based, not just because of distance, but because we're old folks now, and we have
kids,
families, and everything's impossible. So
it's good that you still have connections, though.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that's something hard to keep when you move state.
Well, what's cool about that is, I can make references to him that nobody up here would get because it's local home back where I'm from. That like if I even told my wife, she'd be like, "Yeah, I don't get," but she doesn't laugh at any of my jokes either. So I have to go straight to him for things like that.
It's a good thing to have.
Of course.
Was there any teacher who had a really big impact on your life?
I mean, I had a lot of good teachers. I didn't have anyone stick out so much early on, and I'm going to attribute that honestly to my bad memory, because I know I had teachers that went the extra mile and were kind, but and it's probably because of my age. But I had a teacher, Mrs. Forbes, at the University of Arkansas, and she really kind of rallied around me while I was there doing kinesiology to become a PE teacher. And she was fantastic. She was super knowledgeable, but she kind of I could tell through her that I could do the job well, and I could feel that she believed in me, and she went the extra mile to help me kind of realize my potential in that area. So she's really the main one that sticks out. I wasn't a high school teacher, but like I said, I know I had some good ones. A
teacher.
Well. Yeah.
I feel like everyone needs a teacher like that. Like I have multiple, which maybe I should share, but
there you go. I'll share it with them at some point. That would mean the world to them.
I love having teachers that I'm actually close to, because I feel like nowadays students do not care. They're like, I go to school, the teachers bother me and give me work.
Do you think they don't care, or they're too cool to act like they care?
I think it's the second one. What do you think?
I think those two as well, but I also think that many students don't realize until later.
Absolutely.
How brilliant we actually are.
It took me a while.
I mean, honestly, I've seen kids come around as adults, having their own kids, and really they finally get it.
Yeah. My dad used to always say the older he got, the smarter his dad was. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Do you say that?
Yeah, so my father passed away about 10 years ago, so I don't think he's gotten any smarter lately, but...
Maybe.
You caught
But I think there was a celebrity that I listened to on the radio, Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Said
we went through Financial Peace.
Oh, did you?
We sure did.
My wife and I are on baby step 6. Changed my life.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Changed my life, and so they're down in Tennessee.
Yeah,
right. And I haven't been there, and so. He said, it was amazing when I went to college and then came back how much smarter my father was. And my father didn't go to school.
Right.
And you just realized that you're not as smart as you thought you were.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of a rude awakening at some points.
Absolutely. And those things, I mean, my kids are older now. My daughter's 26, and I have 4 stepkids that are in their 20s and 30s. And, hardest part is to let them learn themselves.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
My parents will not take me off the leash.
Yeah.
I'm very controlled.
Yeah.
No
well,
offense, Mom listening, but I'm on a leash all the time.
It's a good
thing, though. I don't think of it as a bad thing.
I was going to say, the leash is awesome as somebody who spent way too long on the leash. Yeah. However, you also kind of pay for that, too.
Everyone complains that like their parents care so much. I'm like, I'm glad my parents care.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
they didn't, I don't know where I'd be. Not on this podcast.
Yeah.
So my mom helped me figure all this out. So I give props to her.
There you go. We had to credit her as a producer.
We got to credit my mom as a producer. Yeah, she'll like that.
And actually, Mr. Gibbons, I didn't know that you were from Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that.
The rescue.
Is that where you got your dog?
Rescue Doodle.
Oh, my God.
We got her from Arkansas.
That's awesome.
So the first time she got into the trash, she turned around and said, I did not get into that trash.
Are we like a doodle family in this room?
That's my bad Bill Clinton
We're
impression.
we're a doodle family in this room.
I flew out of Bill and Hillary Clinton Airport on Friday. That's where I came from. Yeah, a lot of people up here I'll run into. They got their. We almost adopted a second dog, and we're like, "Where's it from?" And they're like, "Arkansas." There's some kind of rule that doesn't apply in Arkansas with trades of humane society stuff that other states do. So a lot of them come from Arkansas.
Yeah.
My dogs were from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
One was from
That's
Maine,
why a lot of them are missing their teeth.
I don't
Sorry,
think my
from
dogs are
Arkansas.
missing their teeth. That's a good thing, though. My dogs are very healthy.
Yeah, that's
There you
good.
go.
We're on our last question. I'm sad. What would you tell your younger self?
I got a few things on here.
Okay.
So this is probably the one, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
keep it the PG version.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You'll enjoy one of these since you talked about Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Number one, I would say take chances and risks, and we're all talking smart things here. You know, we're talking opportunities and things like that.
Go play for Pittsburgh.
Well,
That's what I would have said.
you would have said that. Well, you know,
You were drafted out of high school?
Yes, sir.
To play
Oh
for.
my God.
And that is really something, because even if you don't, when you're drafted in baseball,
Takes a while.
you might never make it to the big leagues, but
Yeah.
but you're
It's
still a
still
pro
something.
and you're still. You're
I'll
not
take the
looking
credit.
you're not looking usually at being rich unless you're a high draft pick, but you've got a shot.
Yeah.
And
I would
that
have
was
taken the chance.
That really must have been. What was it like to not be able to take advantage of that because of your injury?
it was devastating.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
It was, yeah, a lot. A lot of times I cried.
What position did you play?
Shortstop.
Shortstop.
I was. I played short and pitcher in high school, and but I was drafted as a middle infielder, so
Yeah.
I would have been converted to second base, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, totally. Well, what was hard about it is I was injured, so then I come back home to Arkansas, right? And you can't help but not feel a come back with your tail tucked between your legs feeling. There, you know, and there's immediately a situation in a small town in Arkansas where I'm from, where, you know, what do you do on Saturday night? You either go to Walmart or Hastings, which is like it's like a music store, music and movies. or
I'm
whatever.
like, what?
Yeah.
And you know, oops, sorry, I felt like I got out.
You're good.
You know, you go there and you see people that you've known your whole life, and all of a sudden they don't really know what to talk to you about because they talk to you about sports. And you're, sorry, I'm going out in my headphones here.
Oh yeah. No, you're fine.
So you go through an identity crisis a little bit, and you know, everybody always says, well, you know, you might be good at sports, but have a backup plan, blah blah blah. And you hear that, and you think you do that, and then it's
don't.
gone, and you're like, I really don't have a backup plan. And that's why I'm at that point 19 years old probably, and I'm really thinking for the first time, what should I do? Whereas everybody else is sophomores in high school or in college at that point, or where I should be. And I'm like, I feel like I'm just now starting to think, what do I want to do? And if it doesn't come to you, it doesn't come to you. And
Yeah.
I mean, I would lay in bed at night just like gritting my teeth, being like, please say accountant or something, like, what do I do? And it just doesn't come. And then that's when you kind of roam the world trying to find a job and not super pleased with the outcomes of it. And but then when it hits and you figure out your path, it's like, it's just such a breath of fresh air, 100 pounds off your back. So, yeah. But I would say with that, tell my younger self, take the risks. I would also say invest in experiences, not material things like go places, visit places, go to concerts, go to watch stuff like go to Broadway shows and things like go see things, like go visit places, the Grand Canyon, like fill your life up with that stuff instead of material items, which I'm good at that too. God knows I love that, but like one of the first things I said was I went to Australia for that whole time, like that I think about all the time.
That's like a core memory in your
head. So like
everything else, like
fill your life with as many of those types of things as you can, and then also take financial and investing seriously. And,
I need to do that.
For sure. I mean, I feel like I have heard that for the first time a million times, and I'm just like, ugh, So it's a real thing, and take care of your later self. It's kind of like doing your homework early so you can chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's really big.
What we were talking about with the Dave Ramsey, some people might not know who he is, but he's basically a financial guru who went bankrupt twice, younger, and he has this whole system for not doing debt.
Oh.
So, and I paid off many, many thousands of dollars doing that, and the only thing my wife and I have left is our mortgage.
Heck yeah, man.
And it is when you clear up that and stop buying into all the credit cards and the loans and all that stuff, your life just changes. And there's a religious component to it as well. And I'm a Jewish guy, so I'm not, I'm following his money management principles are based on what the Bible teaches. But they work. You don't have to convert. You don't have to convert over the borrow.
They work.
Hey, that's how we got our first house in Arkansas. And that's the hardest part, is writing all your stuff down and like looking at your problem in the face.
It is.
And then being like, oh, okay, so this is the where I've gotten myself. Now I got to get out, and it's doable.
Yeah, most people don't do a budget, and it takes time to get used to doing it. But once you do, and you know where everything's going, you feel more in control, and that's why. You and your wife went through Financial Peace University. That's a course that they've had for years.
Yeah.
And it's something I think every student should learn. I mean, people will listen and they'll do it when they're ready. That's the most frustrating thing. You can't make people do it. But once you free all that up, it's really, really something. And, we're teachers. We don't make a lot of money, but you can still have a lot of money and invest it. And
they're paying you?
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm volunteer. Yes,
they don't pay me.
I wasn't supposed to say anything.
I'm
about
a volunteer too. I volunteer to come here once a day.
There you go.
Yeah, very.
So basically, just do you.
Yeah.
Wear what you want. Act like the way who you truly feel like you are, and you'll be happier. You'll being your most true self. You see some of the ridiculous things I wear around here. It makes me so happy.
I've seen your room.
Yeah.
I like his room. His room's probably my favorite room in the school. It's so nice in there.
Yeah.
I feel like you just got like a chill vibe. Very chill.
That's what I'm going for.
I wish I could go for that. I feel like I'm too crazy for that. I can't manage anything.
Not everybody can be as laid back as me. It's not always good.
I feel like I have always something going up here. You too?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always something.
You have to have, I think, to work with high schools, and especially to do what Mr. Gibbins is doing, you have to be chill. You have to have some degree of chill. And if you find you don't have that anymore, it's time to retire or move on to something else.
Yeah.
That's why I could not teach special needs. Love my brother, but
you can do it. It's the most lovable people in the world.
No, I love them all.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could do it.
And you may change your mind later on and come back to that. You never know.
Hey, or you might get drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah. You never know.
I'm more a hockey person.
That's true.
Pittsburgh and the Red Sox played in the very first World Series back in 1903, back before
he just has history facts in his head.
Hitting us with the facts. I like that.
I know.
I'm a hockey person, not a baseball person.
Oh, okay.
So
hockey season's coming up soon.
It's already started.
I don't have any hockey facts for you.
I can't. If I start, I won't stop.
Yeah.
So we should probably cut this short.
We should probably put that on ice.
There it is.
We should probably make a whole separate podcast for me talking about that. Anyway.
You should do a West Warwick hockey podcast.
I don't think it'd do that good.
There you go.
I don't think that'd go well.
Well,
I feel like it'd be my mom and me
Hey.
watching it alone.
well, we broadcast it on WWHS TV.
I know.
At least once. And then if they make the playoffs, we do the home games.
Yep.
And, we'll see how they do this year.
I love hockey.
We'll see how they do this year, yeah.
Love it.
All right. Anything else we want to add? Any questions over there?
Good.
Anything you want to add?
Go Dodgers, go Razorbacks. Go Wizards.
You missed one.
What'd I miss?
Let's go hockey vibe.
Yeah.
Go Bruins, I'm guessing.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Yeah, you could do someone else too, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with Bruins for right now.
Hey, the Predators down in Nashville.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very unfortunate mascot name.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God,
True.
you guys are bad.
Yeah.
Vancouver all the way. Okay,
Yeah. All right.
let's end this thing.
All right.
Thank you for joining me, Mr. Gibbons. I appreciated everything you gave us.
No problem.
He had some good quotes. I might quote you on some of those things you said.
Really?
At
All
the
right.
end, very good things. Students should think about some of those things you
Yeah,
said.
you should listen to me, students.
I think I need to listen to you sometimes. Thank you for everyone listening to the second episode of Teachers Before Teaching.
Ooh, number 2. Who was number 1?
Mr. Owen.
All right. I can follow that. That's good.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And never stop learning.